Morning children, today we are starting with the chapter 9, that is biomolecule. Okay, so biomolecule in this chapter, as the name is representing, that what all molecules are present in the living organism. That means living organism are also made up of various elements and compounds. So how can we detect that, or how can we analyze that what all compounds or what all elements are present in the living body? So this chapter is about that only, that what molecules are present and how can we analyze them or detect them. So first question arises that what all elements are present in the living organism. So in living organism, mainly the carbon, hydrogen and oxygen is present, but various other elements, calcium, magnesium and all other elements, phosphorus is also present. So what is the difference of the living organism to non-living? That is to earth crust, if we will see that. So we will find that same elements or minerals are actually present in the earth crust also, but the amount of carbon, hydrogen and oxygen is more in the living organism. So now we are to next question is how can we analyze them or detect them. So for that we will take a living tissue of animal living tissue. If we want to take, then we can take the piece of a liver of an animal, or you can say a leaf also we can take. First we will take the material, after that it will be grinded. Once it will be grinded, then it will be filtered, or you can stain it with the help of the cheesecloth or cotton cloth, and then it will be dissolved in the trichloroacetic acid. It is a type of a acid. Once it will be dissolved in this acid, then in the test tube or in a beaker, the two layers will be formed. That is the filtrate and retentate. Filtrate is actually a acid soluble material and retentate is a acid insoluble material. In acid soluble material, various organic compounds are present, but various are there, so that various chemical methods are there by which we can separate all those chemical compounds with each other also, like amino acids, nucleotides, proteins, so simple and complex carbohydrates. So they can be even separated out. Those methods are not in syllabus of class 11th, but they will be there in higher classes, that how can we separate the various compounds with each other. So these are the organic compounds, but some inorganic compounds are also there, or inorganic elements, materials are also there. How can they be separated out? For that again we will take the piece of a living tissue, liver, or you can say the leaves. Then we will weigh them. That will be considered as the weight. Okay. Now then they will be evaporated by keeping them in the sunlight, or you can say by heating them. So all the water will get evaporated and again we will weigh them. So that will be the dry weight. After taking the dry weight, then we will heat them more and more, so that all the carbon compound will get evaporated by making carbon dioxide. So whatever the ash will remain, that ash contains all the inorganic element. It can be calcium, magnesium, or their compound form, that is sulfate of any of the compound, or you can say the nitrates, and all other forms can be there. So that way we can separate the inorganic and organic compounds from the living tissue. Is that clear? Now the same is there in your book also. After that, in the next video I'll be showing you in the book, but tomorrow we will see that what all compounds are actually amino acids, proteins, lipids, and the complex form of them. Complex amino acid is a unit of protein, so proteins also we will be discussing. Nucleotides are the units of DNA or nucleic acid, that also we will be discussing, and glucose is the unit of complex carbohydrate, that also we will discuss. Okay, Thank you. This is about first video. In next video, what I have discussed in this, I am showing you in the book. Thank you.